going on, everyone's here again. Here for you some Call of Duty Black Ops 2 and a walkthrough of one of the new DLC maps we got yesterday with the Vengeance DLC pack. It's called Cove. We're set in the middle of an island, and by far this is like one of the best looking maps in the game so far. And I figured I would do another walkthrough because we've done a walkthrough of the previous 3 maps. We might as well do a walkthrough of this map as well. Now, this map is not going to be a blind walkthrough. Now, the first 3 maps I've done, they were blind walkthroughs. My first time ever experiencing the map, I walked through it with you guys. But yesterday I recorded 3 of those, and then after I was done with those 3, my friends got on, we decided to start playing, and so I've played this map many times, and we're still going to be doing this playthrough for you guys, but still, I've seen most of the things there is to be seen on this map because I've played it many times. But still, I think now that I know a little bit about the map, I can probably give you guys a pretty detailed and good walkthrough of the map. So if you want to spawn here on the C flag, this is where typically a lot of people are going to spawn at one point or another, right? It's one half of the map. You spawn here, we got this cove, we got this little shipwreck area, and we got that giant arch right there. And it's an area of the map where, believe it or not, you will find a lot of action. The A flag, not so much, but the C flag, for whatever reason, a lot of action happens on this portion of the map. If you're to run forward towards the B flag, you're going to find yourself underneath this arch and on this elevated platform where you can see into that airplane. Now, that airplane, believe it or not, is one of the biggest focal points, one of the biggest impact areas of the map. Now, we're going to hop down here to B, which, remember, there's 2 ways to B. You can, one, go through that arch, or you can run down this path if you're coming from C, and you can get down towards the B flag. And the B flag does have some good cover. It really does. One of the things I've noticed through the Vengeance DLC pack is that there's a lot of cover all around the B flags. Maybe that's something people ask for, I'm not sure. But for right now, we're going to go into the airplane, which there are 3 entrances into the airplane. And this, believe it, you won't believe it. You wouldn't think it by looking at it, but this airplane is seriously where all the action's at just about every game mode. Search and destroy, domination, demolition, kill confirmed. This is where the action's at. So there's 3 ways in. You can come from the B flag and go through this big hole right here. Or if you're coming from the A flag, you can go through this this little back hatch. I don't even know what you would call it. Or you can come through this little tiny one here, which is also from the A flag. Either way, there's 3 ways in, and there's a lot of fighting here. One note about this, I didn't even know my first couple times playing this map, is you can actually run and jump up and get inside the cockpit. And once you're up here, you have a shot at that arch right there where I showed you earlier. You also have a shot at people coming down the side path. It's a pretty good vantage point that a lot of people tend to use when they're playing any game mode, domination, demolition. So if you don't use it yourself, at least be wary of it. At least know of it, so a lot of people can't take you off guard, especially your first time playing the map. Next, we're going to go up here and we're going to make our way towards the A flag. And this beach is just completely riddled with cargo. This is like the aftermath of an airplane crash, obviously. So this place is completely riddled with parts of the plane, like any little side engines or different pieces of cargo or luggage and whatnot. The beach is filled with it. Therefore, this side beach right here, shall we call this the right side beach if we're coming from A? There's lots of cover, lots of vantage points. If people use this rock right here, you'll find people just even little simple things like you'll find them like ducking here behind crates and whatnot like this, especially snipers. That's why I have a sniper rifle out to show you guys this. A lot of people tend to use this for cover. This is like no man's land is what we should call this right beach. Just no man's land. So many places to head poke and so many places for cover. Like, you look at this, can you imagine how like small the hitbox is going to be for me right now when I have like this full vantage point on people that are trying to run around? It's a pretty rough portion of the map, although it's, if you're playing Search and Destroy, one note I think I should give you guys, if you're playing Search and Destroy, you spawn here on the A flag, and the bombs are, one bomb is by where the B flag's at, and the other bomb is down that path right there. I'm yet to show you guys. So one of the things we like to do is we like to flank all the way around to A, and so we'll come along this right side, and we'll be using like M8A1 sniper rifles, different kinds of assault rifles and whatnot. And even though the other team's on defense, we have all this cover to use to our advantage. So typically we like to run to the right when we play on this map. But for right now, before this round ends off, we have 55 seconds left. Let's go over here and show you a little bit about the A flag. Now, there's a couple neat things about the A flag. One, is that hijacked? It looks like the map hijacked, doesn't it? Although I'm not positive, I don't think hijacked has those blue lines, but it's like the same style of boat as hijacked. You got that building right there that people camp in. You got that building right there people camp in. The middle's where the B flag's at. Back there's the one spawn point. Up here's the A flag. Back there's the C flag. That's just, it's hijacked, but I think it's a different boat, honestly. But I'm going to go ahead and say it's hijacked because I think it's more interesting if it's hijacked. But if you spawn here in the A flag, there's 3 routes for you to run. You can go to the right side of no man's land like I just showed you. You can run down the middle right here, which will take you to the airplane. The little hole in the airplane's right there. or you can take this left path right here, which will take you up to where the A-bomb is and search and destroy. Now the round's about to end off. We got about 7 seconds left in the round, so for right now I'm gonna go ahead and show you the fishies that you can find throughout the map in the water. And pro tip, don't go too far into the water, you drown to death. So if you look at the mini-map, there's actually water going around the edges of the map in the mini-map. That allows you to know what the playable area is for the map, right? If you look at the mini-map, you see water on the mini-map, you can go that far into the water. That is part of the playable area. As you can see, we spawned here in the A flag, and look at the mini-map, I'm walking into the water. You can walk all the way out here, but basically, if you see this little cliff, like there's a little tiny, 2 or 3 foot area, if you walk off that, you die. So you can go in the water, but make sure just to stay within the playable area of the water. Now, one of the places we haven't showed you guys is this entire left side here coming from A. So we're going to run through this tiny little cave, and I've said many times while playing with my friends, I think this is like one of the most gorgeous maps like in the history of Call of Duty. It's beautiful. And check out this little tiny raft, this little tiny survival's raft, like a little Gilligan's Island style raft, which is pretty funny. But we're going to continue on upward here, and down this big path right here. It's one of the flanking routes you can take. Like if you're going to play Search and Destroy or Demolition, one of the bomb sites is actually like right here. Somewhere in this general area. So a lot of people, you actually spend a lot of time on this side path here. And one thing you can do is just play smart when you're playing on this map. So rather than run down the path like I just did, where you're completely visible and out in the open, you can always just duck down, go along this left side here, maybe even go in the water. Maybe not that far into the water. I fell off the edge. I'm sitting here trying to give you all kinds of advice and whatnot, and I'm sitting here falling off the map. But yeah, don't fall off, but you can run along this left side here, and you can climb up right here. You can definitely do that to get up there, or you can go all the way around, which is, when I say all the way around, I mean all the way around until eventually you're back here at the C flag. But then again, if you're playing demolition or Search and Destroy, you'll typically find people and be able to shoot them in the back from right there. It's just a map that's full of flanks, and if you spend the majority of your time on the outside flanks of the map, you will be getting behind people. And you'll be doing well, because getting behind people is a big part of Search and Destroy, and it's a big part of domination. It's a big part of Call of Duty in general, is getting behind the enemy team. So I feel as though I've showed you guys just about everything that there is to see for this map so far. I guess we never really went through this area right here. This takes you down to no man's land if you're trying to defend and search. It's pretty difficult. Look at all the head pokes of cover that people have down there, and the best thing that we got is like you end up running like here or something, and still you're still kind of exposed even when you're crouched down. So I don't recommend trying to defend this side all too much. Typically what you'll find people doing is they'll be like hiding back here or something like that, and if they see someone jump behind cover, typically they just turn around and run. And because once people leave no man's land to try and come back around this way, they have to walk through that giant arch. They're gonna get shot, or they can try going around the arch. Even then, they're probably gonna get shot. So it's an interesting map. It's definitely an interesting map, and it's definitely, in my opinion, one of the better looking maps in the game. It's a beautiful island map. It's gorgeous. I really like the way it looks. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed this walkthrough of the new DLC map Cove. This will be the 4th and final, shall we say, episode of my walkthroughs of the new maps that we got with the Vengeance DLC. And overall, if I had to rate them after playing them a lot last night, and after doing all these walkthroughs of the map, this is a really good DLC. If I had to pick one that I like them all, I really do, but if I had to pick a least favorite, it's probably going to be Detour. I don't know, I don't typically do that well in Detour, but the other 3 maps, I really enjoy them. Let me know your thoughts after you guys have seen my walkthroughs of these maps. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you guys feel about these new maps? Do you like the way they look? If you've actually played them, if you're an Xbox 360 guy, if you actually played them, what do you guys think about them? How do you think they play? Let me know that in the comment section below, or leave a rating where you guys would be deserves. And I'm about to dolphin dive into this water here. I hope you guys all... What's happening? That was a fail. I'm swimming with the fishes. Either way, I hope you guys all enjoyed. Remember to leave a rating. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.